Hey, what's going on guys, Impulse here and welcome back to another top 5 list. This list will consist of my top 5 Pokemon from this specific typing on this list. The Pokemon on this list are based on their stats, their design, how I use them in gameplay and because of the anime as well. Before we go any further, I want to point out that only a Pokemon's primary typing counts. So taking the Dark type list as an example and Houndoom as the Pokemon, we can see that Houndoom is a primary Dark type, which means it's eligible for the list. Whereas Incineroar is a secondary Dark type, which means it's not eligible for the Dark list. Also, something else to note is that I won't be adding Flying type Pokemon to this list. Since most Flying Pokemon have Flying type as their secondary typing, I'm going to give them their own special video. So with the basics covered and the top 5 of my other typings in a playlist down below, let's get into today's video. And of course, if you're a new viewer and you enjoy the video, don't forget to meet and mash those like, share and subscribe buttons. So today I'm going to be covering the bug type list. In the 5th place spot for the bug type list is Shedinja. Shedinja is a cool Pokemon in my opinion because of the ghost type, and I don't think there's any other bug ghost. There might be, I don't know. But obviously Wonder Guard and the quirky nature of this Pokemon having 1 HP is really cool. I just really like it. What I found interesting in Ruby and Sapphire was when you evolved an Incarda and it became 2 different Pokemon. That was really good. And it's a shame they haven't implemented such a mechanic in any other way in the other games for any of the other Pokemon. Obviously Shedinja isn't the best Pokemon for competitive play, but if you mix it up and you can throw it in there randomly, it could be quite fun to use. Next up we've got Golisopod. Golisopod's a bug water Pokemon that is really good stats and I really like its design. Unfortunately, Golisopod's ability Emergency Exit lets it down because it forces it to switch out, but you can get round it with berries and such. But overall it's a solid Pokemon and it's really strong thanks to its high attack and the move First Impression, which obviously receives a stab bonus. Unfortunately, with it being quite new, I don't really have much to say on this Pokemon, other than I think its design is really good, and yeah, that's about it for this one, so let's move on quickly. So for this spot I've gone with Sizzle. Sizzle is obviously a fan favourite and a very strong Pokemon competitively. It has a great ability, great stats and overall it's just really cool. Obviously being around for a long time, I've used Sizzle in a great deal of matches. Back before it got a Mega Evolution, the traditional set was a Choice Band which put in a lot of work. Now it's got the Mega Evolution, a lot of people tend to run it with that, which is also very good. I remember back in the episodes in the anime a long time ago, I watched an episode where Sizzle was battling Heracross and it was just a great match to watch. The battle struggled on and it came down to the wire and it obviously boosted my appreciation of this Pokemon. I'm sure I'll use it a lot more in the future, but yeah, definitely deserves this spot on my list. Speaking of Heracross, it's my number 2 spot. Heracross is a great Pokemon which I really like. In the episodes, Ash's Heracross always gave me something to smile about. On top of that, it was very strong for battles just like in the actual game. On top of that, it's got a Mega Evolution which boosts its power even more, so it can definitely put in a lot of work for teams. Its design's really cool and I think I boosted my appreciation for it even more by doing Let's Plays. I have caught it a couple of times in different LPs and unfortunately something tragic always seems to happen. Hashtag spoilers. But even so, Blitzer will remain strong in my heart. Rest in peace Blitzer. So we're almost done, so take this opportunity to go and drop your list in the comment section below. But moving on, we'll move on to the number 1 spot for me. The number 1 spot for me has to be Fortress. Fortress is a Pokemon that I've used for a long time and I don't really know why I like it so much. I always give it the nickname Beatstick, which kinda came out of nowhere like with most of my names. Just kinda made it up on the spot I guess, and it's stuck ever since. It's obviously a very good defensive Pokemon which can learn all 3 entry hazards and rapid spin as well. it's got a recovery move, and it's just all around cool. Although it does look a little derpy, which I think adds to its character. I don't think I've ever seen one in the episodes, but I've used it a lot in the games, and it definitely deserves my number 1 spot on this list. So that's going to cover it for today's video. As always, I'll leave some more videos in a playlist down in the description for you guys to check out. But if you don't want to do that, why don't you check out one of the videos on the end screen card. Thanks for watching the video all the way to the end, and if you did enjoy it or learn something useful, don't forget to meaty and mash that like, share and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters!